Hi everyone, it's Christy. We are back today because I'm going to show you how to make a Christmas card holder. Now, this is just a fun, unique way to store your Christmas cards, especially if you get a lot of special cards from your family, friends, whoever. You're going to need a blade cutter or an X-Acto knife, a paper cutter. We are just going to use this to crease our paper cardstock though, and then our rings. Our binder rings are 1.5, 2-inch. You could even use 3-inch depending on how large you want your card holder to be. We are also going to be using 12 by 12 cardstock paper, and I'm using about 8 sheets in my card holder. So let's get started. This does not have to be for Christmas. You can make this for any occasion. In fact, I have a full live tutorial where I made one live with you on my YouTube and my Facebook page. So here I am just kind of pulling apart my little golden book. You can use any type of book for this. You don't necessarily need to use a little golden book. I have not made any specifically without using a golden book. So you just have to kind of figure out your measurements for your pages and everything. So I'm just going to carefully take my signatures out. We can use these for ephemera pieces or to make some type of journaling pages later. It's pretty much how you would normally pull apart your little golden book when you're making a sewn in signature or little golden book journal. Once I get those pages out, I'm going to put those to the side, and now we're going to cut our binder little golden strip part right off. So I'm just going to use some type of protectant on my table, and I'm going to cut right on the crease or right next to the crease. You want to make sure that it's nice and straight when you do cut it. This will ensure that your book is nice and even, front and back cover. The little blade I'm using, I got at Hobby Lobby. It comes in a 4-pack. I usually use this because it gives me a lot of control on my cutting. Our next step, we are going to go ahead and use our paper cutter to just measure our book. So I'm kind of measuring what it is. I do kind of make myself a little note on the measurements so I can be reminded when I'm creasing my paper. But basically, the book itself is about 6 inches wide and it's longer. The longer parts don't necessarily matter. When you go to crease your papers, you're going to make them all the same. But right now I'm just kind of measuring so I can space out my holes on where my hole punches are going to be and where I'm going to put my binder rings. I'm going to use my Crop-A-Dile that I got, and we are just going to kind of make these even. I did use a scratch paper. This is a cardstock scratch paper, and I used it as a template. You'll see I did go ahead and put those evenly and clip it to my book cover so that it remains as straight as possible. I do the front and the back the same way. Now I will say just a little tip while I'm doing this, I did try to put my bottom, these are not evenly spaced apart. So I did put my bottom hole more toward the bottom because that's where a lot of your weight is going to go when you put your cards in the pockets. So here I chose my 12 by 12 cardstock paper. So some of the cardstock paper was just what I had in my stash. I have also gotten some of this paper at my local consignment craft store, bottom of the bin. So here I am just going to start folding my paper and making my creases. So every single 12 by 12 cardstock paper you are going to use is 6 by 6 because that's what it is, would be in half. So that's what you want to start with. And I will say you will probably see in this photo that I did go ahead and rip this a little bit. I was a little bit too hard on my bone folder and my creaser there, so I just make sure you do it very lightly. If you need to go back and do it again, you can. It doesn't really mess it up though because everything is going to be folded and kind of glued in anyway. So I went ahead and did all of my papers 6 by 6. I'm sorry, 6 on each side because it is a 12 by 12, so that's exactly in half, so you get nice evenly pockets there. And then I went ahead and just did, I think it was a 7, or it was just about 8 inches is when I creased it to make that fold. So you will have to kind of look and eyeball your book and your paper to see what's best for you. So I went ahead and used my bone folder, and I just kind of helped those folds along. The reason why I say you want to use cardstock and not just 12 by 12 paper is because this is holding cards. This is to hold things, so you want to have it nice and sturdy. You don't want to have anything falling out. So how I creased my paper, I did do pockets on the outside, pockets on the inside. You kind of will see here as I'm gluing and putting these in. Some folds and pockets are on the inside, some are on the outside. It just makes it a little bit different. You will go ahead and make your own kind of design. Now, when I did this, I used my same template that I did for my book. And as you can see, I did write the word top up there because I didn't want to confuse myself. So always make sure you put top and bottom so you don't accidentally punch hole something, upside down. So I am punching now my pockets. I only did 2. You can use 3 jump rings or rings, but you don't have to. The 2 is definitely enough. So I'm just kind of putting my little rings in here. And now I'm going to go ahead and put in my pockets. And I just do this each individually in whatever order you want to make sure you put your order first. Now you can decorate your pockets and your pages prior to putting your book together. I find it's better when I put my book together and then I decorate it, because then I kind of see how it's flowing with all of my decorations. So this is what I'm doing now. You're just going to do all of them in whatever order you want. And then we'll get to gluing our pages. The last thing that you will put down there is the front cover of the card holder, which will be the front of your little golden book. Then you're going to go ahead and close the rings. Another thing you can do with the front cover is maybe write a special memory, or maybe just what you're grateful for this holiday season. If you made it through this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope this is inspiring you and that you too can make this. So we do a lot of creative things on this page, and I do some giveaways. We have a lot of fun, so make sure you like and follow. All right, guys, so here's a quick flip through of what it looks like. This is without decorating it. It's certainly adorable and special just like this, but we're gonna vamp it up a little bit and put a few more things.